I am the most forgettable cannon fodder in this world. Good grief. Every single person around me comes with a cheat ability, but only I know the truth. My childhood best friend is destined to become the villain who destroys the world. To keep this world from falling apart, transmigrators, reincarnators, and capture agents take turns chasing after her. And me, her childhood best friend, completely invisible. Who is this guy? I have no idea. Whatever. I am basically a ghost. Even my own parents can barely remember my name. There is no way I pose any threat to anyone, so when I hear about the new transfer student, I barely raise an eyebrow. Then a voice cuts in. Player, your mission is to gain the affection of the female lead, Nova. Rewards will follow upon completion. The new kid smirks. He thinks he is a master of romance, that he can win anyone over in minutes. That confidence clashes hard with the humble little introduction he gives the class. He glances at Nova beside me and says softly, Nova, did you hear that? Unless I have gone deaf, I think I did. What? Is he your long-lost brother or something? Apparently I am the only one who can hear the transfer student's inner thoughts. I nod slowly, then shove it all out of my head. Whatever. I am just a tiny piece of cannon fodder. There is nothing I can do. I just hope these transmigrators actually put in some effort and keep this world from ending. After class, I snatch Nova's bread and start eating. Right then, Blake walks over holding a gift. This is a little something for the new student. Please accept it. At the same time, another voice rings out in his head. System, this target is way too gorgeous. Kissing her would definitely feel amazing. I nearly choked to death on the bread. I burst into a coughing fit I cannot control. Nova frowns and pats my back, but her mouth says something else entirely. Even a pig eats better than you. I am furious. Oh yeah? Have you ever raised a pig? She glances at me. Never raised one, but I am pretty sure you are not as smart as one. Just then, Blake puffs up his cheeks and stares at us, looking genuinely hurt. Nova, that is a little rude, completely ignoring me like that. I feel a bit bad and am about to apologize when his inner voice explodes. System, who is this guy? Does he even exist in the story? He looks like a clown. Player, stay calm. He is just cannon fodder. A clown? Cannon fodder? I let out a cold laugh. Nova speaks up at the same time, calm as ever. Sorry about that. She takes the box. Inside is a beautifully wrapped, heart-shaped cookie. She smiles at Blake. I am really sorry. I am allergic to cookies. Blake sounds deflated. Oh really? Is there anything else you are allergic to? I will bring you something else tomorrow. Nova adds casually. To be precise, I am allergic to people. Even Blake can tell that is a flat rejection. He gives an awkward laugh. Sorry for bothering you. Just when I think he is crushed, he gets even more excited. Oh, come on. System, this is definitely an S-rank female lead. She is brutal, but I love it. How can I not when she looks like that? My mouth twitches. These transmigrators might all be a little bit stupid. Next period is PE. I sit under a tree with a novel in hand. Nova lies on my lap, eyes closed, listening to music. Nearby, a group of students are laughing and gossiping under the next tree. Okay, listen to this. Apparently Nova is the girl who stood up at the freshman assembly and announced in front of the whole school that she was not interested in dating. She told everyone not to bother her. No way. She is that confident? I thought the same thing, but if you ever see her in person, you would not say that. She is exactly the kind of girl people describe online as someone who stops your whole world. I look down at the girl lying on my lap, the one who has stopped so many people's worlds. Nova. She is fast asleep. I reach out to touch her face, and her eyes slowly open. I keep my cool and pull the earbud from her left ear. Get up, I say flatly. My legs are numb. Nova rubs her eyes and slowly sits up. She starts massaging my legs, grumbling the whole time. Too stiff. I could not even sleep properly. I stand and brush the grass off myself. You are one to talk. You clearly wanted me to eat more, but you just had to make it complicated. Nova glances at the novel in my hand. Why are you reading that thing? Just curious. I want to see what the male lead in a bossy CEO romance novel is actually like. Nova covers her mouth and laughs. You are already kind of an airhead. Reading that will only make it worse. After school, the sky turns dark. Before long, a light rain begins to fall. Nova and I stand under the roof overhang, staring at each other blankly. I venture, what do you think the odds are of us running back without getting our hair soaked? 100%, Nova says. I perk up. You have a plan? Tell me. Nova stays completely calm. I twist your head off, run back, then screw it back on. Oh, thanks so much. She smiles. Anytime. Before I can fire back, a guy's voice cuts in. Nova, did you forget your umbrella? Here, take mine if you want. Nova and I turn around. There is Blake, holding out an umbrella and staring straight at Nova. Nova sounds bored. I am fine, thanks. Blake's eyes flicker. His voice goes soft. Come on, Nova, just take it. You will catch a cold in this rain. At the same time, I catch his inner voice. Every girl has a soft spot for being called by a sweet nickname. I picture Blake calling Nova that, and a wave of goosebumps crawls up my arm. I sneak a glance at Nova. Her face is completely blank. Sorry, I do not remember having a younger brother, and my mom always told me never to accept things from strangers. Blake's expression twists for just a split second, then snaps back. Nova, you are so funny. Honestly, that flip was impressive. Seeing that Nova's expression has not budged, he grits his teeth. Well then, I will leave you to it. He spins around and bolts into the rain. I hear him raging inside. Just you wait. I will be back. My strategy is flawless. The problem is clearly this female lead. Just like that, our free ride home disappears into the rain. So what do we do? Nova holds up her phone and waves it at me. Called the driver. 5 minutes later, we are in the car. I I grin at her. So how did it feel being called that? Nova gives me a look that is anything but innocent. Why don't you try it first? I do not even hesitate. I fire right back. Dream on. Nova scoffs. So petty. I look at her with great sympathy. With that ice-cold, unapproachable attitude of yours, you are going to die alone. Nova tugs the corner of her mouth. Relax. If I end up dying alone, I am taking you with me. I cannot help shaking my head. I sigh from the bottom of my heart. You are exactly what people online call a silent-type girlfriend. You would honestly be pretty charming if you just stopped talking. Nova replies, ice in her voice. If you actually had a brain, you would probably be pretty smart too. I sigh again, deep in my soul. Sharp-tongued and petty. There is no saving her. No saving her at all. The driver smiles at us in the mirror. You two are still as close as ever. I am genuinely confused. Is a relationship where neither person cares if the other lives or dies considered close? Meanwhile, Blake is bouncing back harder than ever. He is up early, putting himself together, admiring the hairstyle he spent all morning perfecting. The system tells him that Nova is at the basketball court. He heads over. He scans the court but does not see her. He frowns. System, you said Nova was at the basketball court. She is watching from under the tree on the left. Blake looks over, and sure enough, Nova is in a white floral dress sipping bubble tea, with me standing right beside her, fresh off the court. Blake strolls over, excitement all over his face. What a coincidence! Nova, are you here to watch the game? And then internally, he runs through every insult he knows. Why is this piece of cannon fodder everywhere I go? What a simp! I watch Blake curse me out in his head. I am used to it. I just quietly wish I had some popcorn to enjoy the show. Nova looks at him. Who are you? He scratches his head awkwardly. Nova, stop joking around. It is me, Blake. I can hear his mind completely falling apart. What the heck, system? This world has to be triple S rank difficulty. I've never met a woman this ruthless. The system, without any mercy, replies, tomorrow is the final day of your mission. Player, we strongly encourage you to try harder. If you fail, your rewards will be revoked, and your next mission will be severely impacted. Blake grits his teeth and racks his brain. Nothing comes to him. Back in his other missions, targets practically came to him on their own. Even the coldest ones were head over heels within 2 days. But Nova is like a wall of stone. He has thrown everything he has at her, and nothing works. She just makes him furious. Fine then, he is going to use the move he always looked down on. Blake suddenly turns to me, the guy happily watching from the sidelines, and says, hey, do you mind giving us a minute? I need to talk to Nova. I nod. Sure, go ahead. The moment I walk away, Nova's expression goes even colder. She does not bother being polite. I do not know what I have done to upset you, but since we are here, let me be very clear. Stop coming into my life. She turns to leave. Blake panics. He rushes to block her path. I like you. I liked you from the moment I first saw you. Please, just give me a chance. Nova's eyes are flat. Done? If that is all, I am leaving. Blake shudders. He swallows hard. Seriously, look at me. I am in great shape. I am not bad looking either. Just give me a shot. Blake looks up and finds her dry heaving right in front of him. His face falls. Nova's stomach churns. She stands up without a single glance at him and drops one word. Disgusting. She leaves Blake standing there, completely wrecked. Back in the classroom, I keep my eyes on the door. Why is Nova not back yet? Did something happen? Wait, should I not be worried about Blake? Nova is not going to have a problem. That is what I tell myself. But my expression says something different. My heart is uneasy. I look up, and Nova walks in, pale as a ghost. I rush over. Nova, are you okay? You look terrible. Nova grabs my water cup and rinses her mouth. Only when the taste is gone does she stop. She sees the worry all over my face and looks down. She leans her head into my shoulder, her voice carrying a rare trace of hurt. It is your fault for leaving me. I am stunned. After all these years, Nova almost never shows me this side of herself. Guilt hits me hard. I reach up and touch her head. I am sorry. It will not happen again. Nova nuzzles my palm, then sits back up straight. You better hope there is not a next time. I pull a candy from my bag and hand it to her. What did Blake do to you? Nothing. I stare at her for a long moment. She refuses to say a word. I drop it. After school, I shower and throw on a white t-shirt, then head to Nova's bedroom door. I knock. No answer. I push it open and find her sitting at her desk, headphones on, staring at the screen. I walk over and tap her desk. What do you want for dinner? She pulls off her headphones and stretches. I will cook. I grab my chest, face full of pain. Nova, I am truly hurt by that, but surely you would not go so far as to actually poison me. She wraps her arms around my head. Her little fists start thumping against me. Putting poison in the food would be a waste. Why would I bother? Then I feel something soft press against the back of my head. Nova's face and neck go completely red. She shoves me away hard and bolts downstairs, forgetting that she does not usually wear a bra at home. No matter how close we are, pressing a guy's head against your chest is a different story. I head downstairs and find Nova already chopping vegetables in the kitchen. I lean over to check, and she actually looks like she knows what she is doing. Nice. Need any help? Nova dumps the meat into the pressure cooker and glances at me. Go sit down, you are in the way. I plop down on the couch and flip on the TV. Nova warns me not to touch the snacks. If you ruin your appetite, I am stuffing all of it back into you. I am speechless. Is she really just worried I will not finish the food later? I have no idea how much time passes before the smell of food drifts over. I switch off the TV. Nova has already plated everything. 4 dishes and a soup, simple but perfect, and every single one is something I love. I look up at her in surprise and start complimenting her. Nova's mouth curls up, eyes gleaming. Naturally gifted, that is me. That only makes you second best. The real master always shows up last. One day, I will cook for you and blow your mind. After the meal, we both collapse on the couch while some over-the-top drama plays on TV. I sprawl out and nudge Nova with my foot. You are really not going to tell me? What did Blake actually do to you? Nova's voice is heavy with exhaustion. I do not know how to explain it. For someone this untouchable to actually hesitate, that surprises me. I sit up and look at her, concerned. Then tell me why you threw up. The first thing you did when you got back was rinse your mouth. I almost do not want to let myself think about the worst. But deep down, could these so-called transmigrators actually hurt her? I never should have walked away. Nova's forehead twitches. She lets out a sigh and looks at me. If I tell you, you are not allowed to laugh. I blink and nod. She says, looking mortified. He stripped in front of me and I got sick. What? How did you even end up seeing that? Nova puffs out her cheeks. He did it himself. Then why did you throw up? Nova frowns. She forces out 2 words. It was disgusting. I am stunned. But what about when you watch those kinds of movies? Nova pinches me. I would never watch anything that gross. What is even the point? Then it hits her. She glares at me. Have you watched them? I glance away. Of course not. I heard about it from someone else. A man with no self-respect is just damaged goods, you know? Lucky for you, you have got me. Back in my room, I think about Blake's face and almost laugh. Guys at elite schools tend to be a little arrogant. Their families have money. Asking them to swallow their pride and chase after someone? Not likely. So these so-called transmigrators probably cannot actually hurt Nova. After all, she is the female lead of this world. Should I tell Nova that they are all capture agents? I fall asleep still turning that question over. The next day, I pedal my bike with Nova clinging to the back, me wheezing like I am about to die. Nova, you need to go on a diet. Nova leans against my back. You are just too skinny. Consider this a workout, I protest. Then stop pressing against me. It is boiling. We bicker the whole way to school like little kids. I scan the classroom and notice Blake is not here yet. He is usually here by now. I check my phone and see he has posted something. A wall of sad, spiraling text. My mouth twitches. Bro, you are really spiraling over this? Meanwhile, Nova glances at her watch. Time to go, student council. I ask, has Spencer not come back yet? Spencer is the student council president, and he has been away representing the school at some event. Nova is filling in for him. Nova wraps up the student council business, steps out, and heads left down the hall. She opens a door. Above it, 3 words are written in bold pastry room. Master Ray looks up with a grin. Nova, you are here. What do you feel like making today? Nova ties on her apron. The more Master Ray watches her, the more fond he grows of this girl. At first he thought she was just dabbling for fun. He never expected her to stick with it this long. Nova says, I want to learn how to make pudding today. Master Ray chuckles and pulls out his tools. Girls like you are rare these days. So have you caught the attention of the person you like? Nova looks down and presses her lips together. Her eyes go dim for a moment. Not yet. Master Ray continues. Young people have such high standards these days. In my opinion, you have got to say the sweet things out loud. I know from experience. My first love was stolen away by a smooth-talking pretty boy. So whatever you do, say it. Do not do things in secret. By the time the other person figures it out, he could already be swept away by someone with prettier words. Nova stops moving. Her face goes cold. Her voice drops low. He has always been mine. If he ever walks away with someone else, I will deal with that person myself. Master Ray freezes, then slaps his own mouth. Listen to me running my mouth. I did not mean anything by it. Do not take it to heart. The silence stretches. After Nova leaves, Master Ray finally wipes the sweat from his forehead and breathes out slowly. Nova walks into the classroom holding the pudding. She spots me sitting on my desk right away. She thinks back to what Master Ray said. Her eyes go dark for a moment. Then she looks up, waves at me and smiles. She walks over slowly and sets the pudding on my desk. I look up in surprise and ask where it came from. She looks down. Student council sent it. If you do not want it, give it back. I say quickly. Once it is on my desk, it is mine. She smiles. My hand was just on your desk too then. Without thinking, I blurt out, then you belong to me too. Nova lets out a cold scoff. Are you a bandit? Her words are dismissive as always, but the way she looks at me is impossibly soft. I am yours, so you can only be mine. I tear open the wrapper and take a bite. If I am a bandit, then I am robbing you specifically. You will be my personal servant. Nova will wash my feet every day. Just thinking about it makes me happy. Nova raises an eyebrow like she knows exactly what I am imagining. Thank you for the honor, Your Majesty. Drama mode activated. Think nothing of it. Nova watches me play the royal act and plays right along. Well then, Your Majesty, how does your humble servant's pudding taste? I finish the last bite and look at her seriously. Delicious. Your Majesty is very pleased. Then I grin. I think I have magic powers. Just last night I said I wanted pudding, and here you are today delivering it. Nova laughs. Why not just say I am your shooting star? I think about it for a long moment. That actually makes sense. Nova looks down, her voice dropping low and quiet, drifting close to my ear. So whatever you wish for, just tell me. Her scent wraps around me. My heart stops for one full second. Then it pounds, fast and loud. I grab my cup and stand up, saying the first thing that comes to mind. Back up. I am thirsty. Going to get some water. Nova stares at my flushed cheeks and laughs under her breath. So then, Ash, you do have feelings for me, do you not? Not the childhood best friend kind of feeling. I down a full cup of water before my heart finally calms down. I scold myself silently. That is my childhood best friend. Basically family. What is my heart doing? The bell rings. I walk back to my seat, sit down, and open my book to take notes. Face completely neutral. Nova turns her head and glances at me. You okay? Please, what could possibly be wrong? I just got thirsty. Nova points at my book. It is English class. I look down at the math textbook sitting on my desk. I calmly swap it out for the English one. If Nova ever found out my heart was racing that fast because of her, I would never hear the end of it. Heart, get it together. Then the teacher's announcement wipes everything else from my mind. Attention everyone. To help students build their physical fitness, the school has organized a special activity before summer break. Next Monday we will be taking everyone on a camping and hiking trip. We hope you will all take this chance to enjoy the beauty of life. Reactions are all over the place. Hiking? That sounds exhausting and sweaty. I just bought new outfits, finally an excuse to wear them outside. Nobody in class mentions that Blake has been absent all day. It is as if everyone has simply forgotten he exists. Meanwhile, Blake is lying in bed. His face has already started changing. His double eyelids have turned to single. His nose is less defined. His skin has gone dull. The system speaks. Player, are you sure you want to keep going like this? Blake covers his face and breaks down. You do not understand. I have lost my charm aura. I am ugly now. How am I supposed to win over the female lead looking like this? The system's voice stays flat. If you do nothing, the system will have no choice but to declare this a failure. You will be eliminated. Blake stares blankly. Then what am I supposed to do? The system offers a hint. You can start over. Everyone will have forgotten the old you. They will meet you fresh. Blake's voice fills with hope. Will my face go back to normal? I am afraid not, player. That is your penalty for failing the mission. Please do not place too much weight on your appearance. Have you forgotten? You earned your looks by completing missions, starting from exactly this face. Blake stares into space. That is right. This was how he looked at the very beginning. After so long he had forgotten. He built everything one mission at a time. Next week the school is hosting a hiking trip. We hope you can reach the required affection points with the female lead within 5 days. If you do, your appearance will recover. Today is Friday. I pack up my things, grab my bag, and walk home with Nova. On the way, I check my phone and smile. Nova, Lily says today is her birthday, and she is treating us to dinner. We get to the private room. When Nova and I walk in, Lily is already chatting away with her friends. I find an open seat and sit down. A confident, warm voice rings out. Ash, nice to meet you. I am Lily, Nova's good friend. I look up. The girl has a really sweet smile. I have seen you around school before. They say you are Nova's childhood best friend. Lily looks at me, genuinely puzzled. That is so strange. I never forget a good-looking guy. How come I can never seem to remember you? I look down and take a calm sip of my drink. I find it strange too. For years, I have barely existed in anyone's eyes. Back in class as a kid, no matter what I did, the teacher seemed to look right through me. Even on the very first day of meeting someone, they would ask who I was the next day. I got used to it over the years. Maybe, just like the system says, I am nothing more than a forgettable little piece of cannon fodder. Nova catches something in my words. She reaches over and takes my hand. The warmth of her palm presses into mine. I know this is her way of comforting me. She speaks to the room, flat and unbothered. Were we not supposed to play a game? Everyone snaps back. Lily holds up her cup. Right, let us play truth or dare. I let go of her hand and say quietly, I am fine. Nova glances at me, then grabs her drink and takes a long gulp. Like that helps somehow. Lily raises her hand. The rules are simple. Whoever gets the king card gets to make someone do one thing. Nova checks her card. She has the king. I have number 5. Nova says calm as ever. Number 5, write your name on my card. I blink. That is a strange request. Come on, Nova. Make it something more exciting. Nova gives them a look cold enough to freeze the room. Any complaints? That shuts everyone up fast. No. Whatever you say. I take the pen and write my name on the card without thinking. They switch cards and play a few more rounds. I drift through all of it, mind elsewhere. We say goodbye and head out. Nova and I walk in silence. After a moment I pause and carefully ask her, why did you ask me to write my name? Nova's voice comes quietly. Don't you already know? I hold her gaze for a moment, then slowly look away. I look down and smile to myself. Truth is, I never got used to it, being invisible. I always performed. My grades were tied with Nova's, at the top of every ranking. But the teacher only handed the award to her. I remember crying hard that day, and tiny Nova stormed into the teacher's office and argued until they agreed to give me my award too. Then the next day, the teacher forgot again. It kept repeating. Eventually Nova gave me all of her own awards and changed the name on her test papers to mine. Her small face was so earnest. After that, I stopped demanding that anyone recognize me. I stopped needing people to remember me at all. The May night air is a little cool, but I feel warm inside. I look over at Nova beside me and loop my arm around her shoulder. Nova, I want bubble tea. Extra large with pudding. Nova shakes her head. No, you already had one cold drink today. I pout. Nova's voice takes on a very patient, very serious tone. This is for your own good. Be good. I give her a warning look. Do not push me. Nova scoffs and smiles. You would not dare. I sigh. Were you really never bitten by a dog when you were little? No wonder you turned out like this. Nova lifts the corner of her lips. You are more fun when you are like this. That evening at home, I start packing for the hiking trip. The event is in its first year, and the school administration is taking it very seriously. Nova just packs a few water bottles and snacks. We will be climbing a mountain called 𝐂𝐢𝐥𝐝. Apparently there is a wishing tree at the summit. Legend says if you hang your name and the name of the person you love from its branches, the two of you will stay together for the rest of your lives. Plenty of students are very into this idea. Nova and I stand side by side. I tease her. Nova, if you cannot make it up, I will carry you. Nova sets off with a spring in her step, looking back with a grin. Then I will take you up on that. I had planned to challenge her stamina a little, and then completely forgot she has no sense of shame whatsoever. Halfway up the mountain, some students are already huffing and puffing, collapsing on the ground and complaining. When does this end? The teacher claps. Keep going, everyone. Push through and victory is yours. Your best years are right ahead. I am covered in sweat too. My earlier boasting has come back to haunt me. I peel off my jacket and sit on a rock, catching my breath. Looks like you will be the one carrying me. Nova drapes herself over my shoulder. She pulls a water bottle from her bag, twists it open and hands it to me. Drink. And who was it that said I had no stamina? I down half the bottle and argue back. Look, I apologize on behalf of my body, but my heart is full of fight. Nova crouches in front of me and wipes the sweat from my face. She shakes her head. With your stamina, I could outlast 10 of you. I hold back a response. Sure, you are the best. Nova looks down at me with great authority and holds out her hand. Obviously, I look up confused. Nova curls her finger and flicks my forehead. Were you not saying you would carry someone? I am fine now, thanks. People will say I am weaker than a girl. Nova raises an eyebrow, grabs my hand, and pulls it onto her back. She laughs softly. What are you thinking? I will only carry you this once. A wave of embarrassment hits me. I hold on tight around her neck. At least I'm not the one who will be embarrassed. After all, I have no presence to protect anyway. Nova teases me. My blushing passenger, look around. We have fallen behind. I realize there is nobody left behind us. Since Nova and I were the last to set off, we have fallen so far behind that everyone else is long gone. I lean close to her ear, puzzled. Nova, have you been secretly working out? How are you this strong all of a sudden? You used to be the little crybaby who could barely keep up with me. We have barely taken a few more steps when Nova's brow creases. Her face is flushed red and drenched in sweat. I have never seen her like this before. It startles me. I jump down immediately and cup her face in my hands. Nova, what is wrong? Why is your face so red? Guilt washes over me. If I had known, I never would have let her carry me. Nova takes the water from my hand and drains it in one go, slowly steadying her breathing. Let us go. The teacher is probably already looking for us. Nova dusts herself off. Her expression is back to normal. I say, still worried, if you feel unwell, tell me. I will get the teacher. Do not push through it. Then a familiar voice calls out, Hey, the teacher sent me to come get you two. Everyone is waiting up on the mountain. I look the person over. Something about him feels off. The way he looks at Nova makes me uneasy for no reason I can name. In his head, System, you are sure Nova has no memory of me? Of course. Please do not question our technology. That familiar exchange rings in my ears. I narrow my eyes at the boy in front of me. His smile is bright and open. I am Blake. Here, let me take your bags. I can carry them for you. So it is him after all. But why does he look different? So Nova has no memory of the old Blake. I think back to what the system said about his punishment. So the Blake standing here now has already paid the price. Nova replies politely. Thanks. Blake beams. What about you? Want me to take yours too? I grip my bag and frown. Thanks, I've got it. Blake shrugs. All right, let us head up. In his head, System. I think I still have that item I never used, right? Yes, player. However, I strongly advise against using it. It comes with side effects. I would not use it unless I had no choice. But for Nova's affection points, I have to. Then I wish you luck, player. Hearing that, my heart seizes. I grab Nova's arm. I am scared right now. I want to tell her everything. But a voice rises in my mind telling me I absolutely cannot. I shake my head hard and push the voice out. Nova looks down at her sleeve. My hand is gripping it tight. She puts her hand over mine. What are you scared of? I pull myself together, breathe out slowly. Nothing. Just tired. Let us go up. It is obvious I am hiding something. She watches my face quietly. Something has been off since Blake showed up. So has this Blake done something to Ash before? Nova narrows her eyes and stares at Blake, her gaze going dark. Whatever this man has done, she will make him pay for it. Blake thinks happily. System, is Nova looking at me? Yes, player. The system watches Nova's affection points swing wildly up and down. One moment it is 0%, then it drops to -30, then it crashes to -50. The system watches in silent horror, torn between telling him and watching him celebrate. Amazing. This is great news. My approach is working after all. Maybe I will not even need the item this time. The system says nothing. At the summit, everyone gets their energy back. Students are busy writing their names and the names of the people they like. The whole group chatters about what to write. I do not really believe in this kind of thing, so I skip it. I open my lunchbox instead. Nova made it this morning. What were you doing carrying me? Are you not hungry? Nova quietly tucks away a slip of paper with names already written on it. I am fine. I will eat in a bit. I need to use the restroom. I feel uneasy. I scan the area and spot Blake talking to other students. I nod. Come back quickly. It should be fine. Just a few minutes. And from where Blake is standing, he cannot see our spot. Nova glances at me, her eyes settling on my face. Got it. Back in a moment. Nova walks slowly toward the wishing tree and pulls out the slip she prepared. Both our names sit side by side on it. She has never believed in things like this. She has always believed that whatever she wants, she goes out and earns it herself. Praying to trees and wishing on things, she always thought only cowards did that. And yet here she is, standing before a tree draped in everyone else's hopes, making a wish of her own. A wish she has dreamed of her whole life, to stay by Ash's side forever. Nova hangs it up and turns to leave. because that clueless guy is still sitting there waiting for her. She turns and comes face to face with Blake. Blake smiles. Nova, making a wish too? I figured you would not be into this kind of thing. Nova has no interest in conversation. None of your business. Nova, why are you always so harsh with me? I just want to be friends. He genuinely does not get it. This time he only wants to get close slowly, learn what she likes, and build affection points step by step. But Nova's whole presence says keep away. Nova narrows her eyes. Not interested, do not talk to me. She walks straight back toward me. Behind her, Blake grits his teeth. System. Activating the item. Activation complete. Player, stand by. A sudden gust of wind sweeps through. Everything goes quiet. Time begins to stop. My hand freezes mid-bite into an apple. My mind races. What is happening? I cannot move. My teeth are still pressed into the apple. This has to be Blake using that item. Panic hits me. I never should have let Nova go alone. A few minutes. That is all it took for Blake to make his move. What do I do? Then everything goes dark. I pass out. I open my eyes to a familiar room. What is going on? Was I not just frozen at the summit? How am I suddenly back at the 𝐕𝐺 house? I try to lift my hand and find I still cannot move. Strange. Did Nova carry me back? Before I finish the thought, I watch my own hand start to move. Blake's voice echoes inside my head. System, what is happening? Player, the item replays the past. It traps the target in a loop of their deepest pain. Right now you are the source of that pain. So player, your job is to stop the pain from happening. Guide Nova out of this memory. Once you succeed, the system will rewrite Nova's memory so she remembers you as the one who saved her. But I have no idea what this body did wrong. That is for the player to figure out. This is Nova's memory. No one else knows what her pain is. How much time do I have? 3 days. You must find the source of Nova's pain within 3 days. If you fail, the system will declare the mission failed and eliminate you. That is the side effect? I thought it would just be like last time, losing my looks. The system's voice drops cold. Correct. This is a prohibited action. That is why the system warned you not to use it. One wrong move and Nova could turn dark. I listen to this familiar back and forth. If I am reading this right, Blake is currently inside my body. No, more accurately, Blake has taken over my body, and I am locked inside it. I cannot move. I cannot speak. I can only watch as he does whatever he wants. But wait, unless I am wrong, this body looks like me at 8 years old. So Nova went through something painful at this age? I can barely remember. A knock at the door. Time to come out for dinner. That is the housekeeper's voice. I watch my body open the door and walk out. I follow from inside. A woman, probably in her mid-30s, stands in the doorway looking at me, smiling warmly. Our young master looks so handsome today. Come on, dinner time. Miss is already waiting. My eye twitches. I remember this housekeeper. I loved her when I was little. She was the only person who always noticed me and said something kind, but I later heard that she was let go for stealing. I watch her take my hand and lead me out. At the top of the stairs, 8-year-old Nova is already leaning against the wall waiting. She sees me and scoffs. You are so slow. I try to fire back with, you could have started without me. But what comes out is, sorry to keep you waiting. Right, I forgot. I am locked inside my own body. What a shame. I actually miss how Nova normally is. Blake looks at 8-year-old Nova. Her face is almost identical to how she will look when she is older. She looks like a little princess straight out of a fairy tale. Maybe because she is so young, her expressions are not yet guarded. She does not hide what she feels. She stares at me for a long moment, frowning. Did you take the wrong pills today? Maybe because she has not yet grown into that untouchable pride, Blake finds her far less intimidating. Nova, let us go eat. He reaches out to take Nova's hand. I remember, at this age, Nova and I were not actually that close yet. We bickered constantly back then. Nova takes a step back. The look she gives me is slightly unfamiliar. What did you just call me? Blake blinks, confused. Ash, you are so boring. Nova drops that line and walks straight back into her room, locking the door behind her. The housekeeper knocks. Miss, please do not be upset. Come eat first. You will only upset yourself. A loud bang comes from inside the room. I flinch. What is going on with her? I have never seen her like this before. Blake grows uneasy too. He turns quickly to the housekeeper. What is wrong with Nova? Did I do something to upset her? The housekeeper crouches down. It is nothing. Miss is just throwing a little tantrum. Just go in and coax her. Miss always listens to you most of all. Blake has no idea what he said wrong, but the housekeeper seems sure, and besides, this body he is in is apparently the source of Nova's pain. He has to figure it out. Nova, open the door. I am sorry. I was wrong just now. Come out and eat first. After a few minutes, Nova opens the door. She ignores me completely and heads downstairs on her own, sitting at the table and starting to eat. Right, miss? You always say, no matter how angry you are, you should never starve yourself. Miss, this is one thing you could learn from the young master. The housekeeper stands beside Nova, cutting her meat, then placing her water cup within easy reach. I stare at the spread on the table. I swallow hard. I am starving. No idea when this ends. But something bothers me. The housekeeper is being so attentive to Nova and barely acknowledging me. Back then I was used to being overlooked, so I did not think much of it. Now, looking back, something feels wrong. Blake eats in silence, completely lost inside. System, can you give me any kind of hint? I genuinely do not know what to do. I am not smart enough for this. I almost laugh. At least Blake has a pretty accurate read on himself. Though honestly, if it were me, I probably would not know what to do either. Sorry, player. That feature does not exist. I am losing it. I look up. Nova has finished eating. She wipes her mouth, hops off her chair, and slowly heads upstairs. Blake sees her leave and shoves a few more bites in before rushing after her. I glance back at the housekeeper. She is clearing the dishes at a leisurely pace, humming a tune I do not recognize, looking perfectly content. The overhead light casts uneven shadows across her face. It is a scene I have seen 100 times, and yet something about it sends a chill down my spine. Upstairs, Blake stands in front of Nova and says, "Nova, please stop being angry with me. From now on, I will treat you right. I will never do anything that upsets you." Blake figures the real Ash must have done something truly awful to Nova, otherwise Nova would not still be carrying this pain after all these years. Either way, he needs to make it clear to young Nova right now that he will not hurt her. Nova's face gives nothing away. Then she looks at me like this and suddenly smiles. A dimple appears on her left cheek, and it is impossibly sweet. "Fine then, how about you call me Nova from now on?" Blake stares at Nova's smile. His heart pounds. He thinks in a daze. This might be the first time Nova has ever smiled at him, and she has a dimple. I stare at 8-year-old Nova, fighting every urge to burst out and deliver a flying kick, to tell her not to try pulling something like this. But all I can do is watch helplessly as Blake's face goes red, and he calls her that name. The rage I feel. If I have sinned in some past life, please let the law punish me for it, not this. I squeeze my eyes shut. I refuse to look at whatever smug expression Nova is wearing. But Nova is not smiling at all. Her eyes are dark and unreadable. That young face overlaps perfectly with how she looks as an adult. Blake goes still, goosebumps rising on his skin. She was the one who asked him to say it, and yet her expression is terrifying. He shivers from head to toe. Then Nova looks at me and suddenly smiles again. "Let us get along well from now on." Blake finally exhales, nods, wipes the cold sweat from his forehead, and tells himself to calm down. This is just a memory. Nova cannot actually do anything here. That night, in my room, Blake is already asleep in bed. I stay wide awake. If I am not wrong, it should happen soon. Click. The lock on my bedroom door turns. Then the light comes on. I look up at the housekeeper standing beside me. When I was 8, Nova and I were sold to traffickers. It was the housekeeper who did it. She moves quickly, scooping us both up and into a car. The driver is a heavy-set man with a thick beard, grinning like he cannot contain himself. Big score this time. The woman at the buy house is going to lose her mind. The housekeeper's warmth is gone entirely. Her voice goes flat and cold. "Move fast. If they wake up, we are done." The bearded man scoffs. "Relax. Did you not give them something to make them sleep? Besides, the deal was just to take the buy girl. Why is there a boy now?" The housekeeper smirks. "The boy is good looking. He will fetch a decent price too. Who turns down extra money?" The bearded man bursts out laughing. "Women really are the most ruthless. If the Bai family ever found out they had a wolf living under their roof, they would regret it forever." I watch all of this, the color draining from my face. I glance at Nova beside me. She is fast asleep, eyes closed. I have no idea what to do. Technically, this is only Nova's memory. Maybe even just a dream or an illusion. But I still do not want Nova to have to relive any of this pain. They lock us in a pitch-black room. By the time the sky starts to lighten, Blake rubs his eyes and takes in the rundown room around him. "What the heck? Where are we? It reeks in here." He claps a hand over his nose. "System, what is going on? How did everything change while I was asleep?" "Unknown. Something significant is likely about to happen. You should check on Nova first." Blake snaps to attention. He turns around, fighting through the smell, and finds Nova leaning against the wall. He hurries over to help her up. She pulls away. He crouches down beside her. "Are you okay? What is happening? How did we end up here?" I watch Nova through Blake's eyes. Sweat is already forming at her temples. I know what this is. Her obsession with cleanliness is flaring up. Someone who has always kept everything spotless, thrown into a room full of filth and rot. The fact that she has not passed out is remarkable. Nova stands, stomach turning. The door swings open. A wiry, shifty-eyed man walks in and snarls. "Shut up in here. Keep it up and see what happens," Nova says, completely calm. "This place reeks. I want to be moved somewhere else." The man sneers. "You are not the Bai family's precious daughter anymore. Drop the attitude or things are going to get very unpleasant for you." Nova replies evenly. "You do not want anything to happen to us either, right? If you do not move me, and I die in here, you walk away with nothing. Is that worth it?" Nova holds a shard of glass to her own throat. Her brow is still. Her eyes go cold as steel, sharp as a blade. The man freezes. "Hey, do not do anything stupid. I will move you, okay? Easy, easy." She is just a kid, and yet her presence alone has him shaking. I watch all of this, and for now things are going Nova's way. The man moves them to a different room. It is still run down and grimy, but at least the smell is bearable. The man looks unhappy. "Fine, room changed, now give me that glass." Nova tosses the shard at his feet. "You can leave now." The man's brow shoots up, face going red with fury. But he cannot touch her. Damaged goods bring in less money, so he just mutters and curses under his breath. "Enjoy playing tough now. You will get yours later." He locks the door and leaves. Blake is completely frantic. "Nova, what do we do?" I hear that name come out of my own mouth and my eye twitches. It is not me saying it, but it is still my voice. It makes me sick. Blake turns to the system. "System, is there any kind of item that can get us out of here? Player, stop dreaming. Focus on figuring out how this body caused Nova's pain. Is it not obvious? This body must have done something to hurt her at this moment. Betrayed her, ran away on his own. The usual stuff. In those stories, the lead always needs a tragic childhood. So player, work hard to change it." What kind of trashy novels has Blake been reading? But my attention is elsewhere. I notice that ever since Nova opened the door just now, something is wrong here. This is not how I remember it. Right now, Nova ignores him completely and lies down on the bed. Blake figures she must be tired and lets it go. Some time passes. The door opens. I recognize the man who walks in. The one who was driving earlier. He saunters in like he owns the place, the wiry man trailing behind him. He grabs Nova by the collar and grins, showing off a mouth full of yellow teeth. Heard you have got a big attitude, little girl. Let me tell you something. You are not some precious daughter anymore. I am advising you to behave, because I really do not mind walking away with a little less money. The wiry man tosses over a bag and follows him out. Blake rushes over. Are you okay? Nova, do not worry. We're going to get out of here. I promise. Nova gives him a cold smile. And how exactly are you going to do that? Blake freezes. He has nothing. No plan at all, but he is certain Nova can get them both out. Nova, I am sorry, I do not have an answer, but you are so capable. You will figure out how to get us out, right? Nova looks down. Her expression is impossible to read. I watch this memory play out. Something is wrong. Nova is very wrong. The night deepens. Outside, everything goes quiet. Nova slowly sits up and pulls open the cabinet against the wall. Blake has no idea what she is doing, but he helps push it aside anyway and whispers, Nova. What is behind this thing? Nova does not explain, but I already know. There is a hole in the wall. The one who found it was 8-year-old me. Blake stares at the hole and gasps. Nova, you are incredible. I knew you would find a way. Nova says flatly, you go first. Blake shakes his head, firm. Nova, what are you saying? There is no way I am leaving without you. We go together. And there it is. This must be the moment. Nova tells this body to go first, and then this body turns around and betrays her. And from that moment on, Nova stops trusting people. Based on all the stories Blake has absorbed over the years, that is exactly how it goes. My mouth twitches. Nova shouts at him. I said go. Just go. I blink slowly. This scene pulls me back. 8-year-old me found that hole and carried Nova out on my back. But I was so small. I had no stamina. The mountain path was winding and uneven. I fell more times than I can count. My back burned. Nova, weak and trembling on my back, whispered to me, leave me, put me down. I already sent my mom a message. Someone should be here soon. I kept carrying her, pushing through the pain, one slow step at a time. If she already sent a message, that is even more reason I cannot leave her. Nova snapped at me. I never sent anything. I lied. I am useless. Just drop me and go. I tugged the corner of my mouth up. Figured you were lying. Nova tightened her arms around my neck and shouted, I told you to go, so go. I laughed through the pain, but you are holding on so tight. And now that same scene plays out again in front of me. Nova telling someone to leave her behind while holding on with everything she has. Blake shouts, I am not leaving. Nova, I am not abandoning.